Hello, my darlings. This is Raina. Now, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I've decided to do a refresher on numerology because there seemed to be a little bit of, maybe I didn't explain it well enough. So I've tried to position the camera to get it to like look down on the page, but it's not working. So I'm going to try to hold the camera without moving it around too much. I have lit my one of my beautiful candles. I have my tarot. This is my desk, but I just put a couple of things here that you might like. I have one of my older candles, really old candle. These are tea lights. I think this thing burned out. These are they just keep going until they burn out. There's my fresco with lime. My little kitty cat. My cross. Always have a cross with my son's shark tooth. Remind me of my son. He found it on a store down the shore, I believe. I use this to block the light so you guys wouldn't have to be blasted with light. Here's some of my totem stones. I have just a few. Success, an owl, which I love because love is why. Owl is the sign of wisdom, and there's a health one. I just got these down Rehoboth. These two. There's the owl I've had for quite a while. I had another one on here on the table somewhere. But anyway, we're going to go over numerology again. There seems to be some questions about how I arrived at some of the numbers and what they mean. Okay, numerology. Oops, that's not right. Numerology is how numbers affect our lives. How our cycles, the whole universe is made up of number cycles. They affect us. There's no coincidence at what day we're born. It all affects us in a certain way. It's not a coincidence that you were born on a certain day. And these certain numbers have what they call vibrations, which I have connected a link to my site. Let me pull up the link. Pin incorrect. A link to my site to describe the numbers. It was a pretty good link. I was searching around this morning for a link that would not confuse everybody. Because I didn't want you to be able to find your love soulmate number and how you could get your karma on whatever number and all this, stuff like that. I just wanted you to be able to understand what the numbers. Let me get rid of my noise.
7.
Rhonda, be quiet. Anyway, to be able to understand what the numbers 1 through 9 mean. So I did put this link up. As you can see, numerology, meaning of numbers. Now this one is 4 and 4, but there are the other numbers. This will explain to you, say you have a birth number of the number 3. This was a very simple link. I didn't want to, like I said, confuse you and throw you into karmic numbers and your success number and your soulmate number and all that. This just explains basically, advertisement, sorry. Basically, no thanks, lady. We don't want a psychic reading. You're going to get a lot of these when you go on this site. What the number means. 3. Okay, and this will explain to you better. I could explain to it, but I'd be sitting here all day writing down what the numbers mean. So this explains what the number 3 can mean. The 3 can have a jealous streak, causing conflicts when they're just been rejected, move on in search of more meaningful bonds. It tells you all about the number 3. So you can find that at this link that I've provided up here on my page, and I will again put it on this video. It's right up here. So you can check out what the numbers mean. All right, we're going to go. This numerology is amazingly accurate in predicting your life cycles. Now, the first thing you want to know is your birth number. Oh, I hope my pen isn't like birth number. This is the number of that you were born with. You can't change it. You can't do anything. You can use these numbers in your life to help karma, to help your own karma, to understand the number and understand what challenges are going to be thrown at you, what you need to work on, to work with your own karma instead of fighting it. Okay, with your birth number, you add the day of your birth, or the month of your birth. You add the day of your birth and the year of your birth. Okay? And remember, everything goes, like I said, from 1 to 9. You will narrow it down. It will fold into itself, and you will come up with a number from 1 to 9. And then you will be able to check on here if you want, or you could ask me, or if you already know something, what that number means and what your challenges are for your life. What kind of a life will you have? What will things be centered around? What will your challenges be? Okay, suppose I was born March 12th, 1975. Okay, so you would add 3. The 12 breaks down to 3. 19. The 9 crosses out because no matter what you add to the 9, it's going to eliminate itself. You can add it anyway if you want. You can say 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 5 is 22. So you will get a 22. If you cross out the 9, you're going to get 8 and 5 is 13. So you're going to get a 13, which they both equal 4. So you're going to get the same number either way. It's just a shorter way of doing it. So you got 3 and 3 and 4. 3 and 3 is 6 and 4 is 10. So your birth number would be the number 1. That would be what your cycle is. It's a hard number to have because you're always going to be striving. You're always going to be moving forward. You want to achieve. You'll have a difficult beginning, especially if you have it in your first cycle, which is, say, the first 25 years of your life. About the first, your younger years. Your mature cycle is anywhere from 26 to 50 or so, and then goes on to your last cycle, your evolved cycle until your last cycle. And so 1 is always the beginning. It's the beginning number, the 1 from 9. The 9 actually is the universal number. It is the number of the culmination of all the numbers. So if you have a 9, it means you're more interested in humanity and helping others and the picture as a whole. So that's how you get your birth number. You add your month, your day, and your year. You add them up. You don't have to cross out the 9 or anything. You can go the slow way or the slower way, whatever makes you comfortable, and you will come up with a 1. 6 and 4 is 10. 10, 1, and 0 is 1. So that would be your birth number. Now that's very important in your life because those are your challenges. That is your karma. We like to call it karma. Now, I learned all this when I was growing up. My mother, my sister, and I were the 3 witches. We're Christians, but we were fascinated with anything paranormal, and we learned a bit of everything, just about everything. I've been to heaven, I've seen hell, I've been asked to be shown hell, I've been to places that were unbelievable, but I find numerology works in a practical way because the universe and our lives are based on numbers. And if you really look at it, this does make a lot of sense. Okay, so for your personal year, which is always very important because you want to know what the heck to expect. Personal year. Like, what the heck kind of year am I going through?
7.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
there's that woman again. All right, personal year. You would add the month of your birth, the day of your birth, plus the year that the year that we are in now. If you want to find out what year you're going to be in next year, you would add next year's date. Or if you wanted to find out what year you were in last year, you would add last year's date. Now, say I was, we could use the same date. Well, since we already used that, why don't we say, I'm coming back on. Okay, say I was born in August, and I was born on the, let's say 20th, and I am in now 2021. I would add the 8 and the 2. The 2 plus 0 equals a 2, plus 2, 0, 2, 1. 2 and 2 is 4, and 1 is 5. And of course the 0 doesn't count. So it would narrow down to a 5. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1. That's the year we're in now. This is your personal year. This is the year that you're going through right now. If you were born August 20th, and you want to find out what kind of year you're in now. So you got the August, which is the 8th month, the 20th, which is the day of birth that we're using here as an example, and 2021 is the year we're in. So we added the 8, the 20, the 2, 0, and the 2, 1. We narrowed it down to 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. So we get 8 and 2 is 10 plus 5 is 15. So 1, 8 and 2 is 10, which crosses out the 0, plus 5. This equals 6. So you would be in a 6 personal year. So you could check on the chart here. Hopefully we don't get any commercials. You could check on this chart here, find out that you're in a number. Oh, I knew it. I was going to flash up with some hokey psychic. Number 6 year. You will find that home, family, and friends, like I've always said, if you've listened to me, are your top priority. People in a 6 year and their core numbers are focused on the young, the old, and less fortunate. 6 is sympathetic, favors the underdog, with a keen sense of what is just and fair. Perceiving blah, 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 blah. It has to do with family, friends, anything, pregnancies, marriages, all kinds of things also can be brought out. Secrets, family secrets can be brought out in a 6 year. Divorces, weddings, babies, anything in the past that was bad about family, bringing to the surface, like Dawn and Candus, could be brought out in a 6 year. It is a good year. Generally speaking, it's a 6. It means home, family. It means things done with the. You'll feel very nostalgic and close and warm. It will be warm relationships, but there's also a negative side to everything. It could mean family squabbling, money. If money comes into this year, it'll most likely be. It could be like family squabbling over inheritance. Who's going to get what if someone passed? Death. Also, the 6 could be family deaths, family, funerals, weddings, anything like that. There could be squabbling over money issues. It all has to do with family and children. Pregnancy is a big thing in this year, that someone could get pregnant after not being able to get pregnant for a long time. So that's what your number 6 is. And you can check, like I said, all this. I've looked it up already for you. The link is there. We're going to go back to my page. Anyway, okay. Now that's your personal year. If you want to find out what personal month you're in, say I'm this person. Now we're in, all you have to do is add the month that we're in. We're in actually September. So you would add your personal year to find out your personal month if you want to. I don't find this as accurate as a year. A year is important. Personal month, and you add the month that we're in, which is a 9. September is the 9th month. And you would add that to the 6, and you would find out you are in a 6 personal month. The September will always match your year because September is the 9. Next month you'll be in October will be a 7 personal month. November will be an 8 personal month, and December a 9 personal month. So that's how you figure out. You can use this. You can use it to do basically what you're supposed to be doing. In a 6 personal year, you're supposed to concentrate basically on family, friends, relationships, marriage, making your marriage a better place, making your relationships better. A lot of times it can mean a divorce or a reconciliation with somebody. Somebody maybe you will meet whom you haven't seen for ages and start up a friendship again. Everything has to do with relationships. Okay, again, we did the name number. A lot of people didn't seem interested in their name number, but I'll go over it anyway. We made the chart. Why do I keep coming on again? This woman has a big mouth. Anyway, okay.
Hi, everybody.
So we made that chart.
This is Rena, and
okay. Get rid of her.
everybody.
We made the chart. Why are you doing this?
This is Rena.
All right. Well, this is
I wish
the link. You know the link is on the last one, and I'll put it again on this when I upload this. All right. This is your name number. This is what people know you by, and it shows how you are perceived. You make a box of 9 because once again we go from 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3. Again, the numbers mean that basically the same things. If you get to know your numbers, you can figure this out in your head. The A is number 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is a 4, 5. I'm sorry if I'm moving around a lot, but it's hard to see while I'm writing. I'm trying to. E is a 5, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay. Did I do that right? Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, if you want to find out what your name, John Smith. That's how everybody knows you, John Smith. All right, now the numbers that correspond with these, J is 1. Where did I stick my J? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I know J is a 1. Oh, J. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 6, 8, 5. 1, 4, 9, 2, H. My H. Look. All right. So we got these numbers for these letters. I just looked them up on the chart, but I've got them memorized anyway. I've been doing this stuff forever. 1 and 6 is 7, and 8. 1 plus 6 plus 8 plus 5. So we have a 7 plus 8 is 15 plus 5 is 20. So we have a 2 for the name John. Smith, 1 plus 4 is 5. The 9 canceled out. All right, we'll say, all right, we won't cancel it out. It's 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. And then we have a 24, which narrows down to 6. So we have a 6 and a 2, so 8. So John is perceived as a number 8. So you can see that he has a 1. He has 1, 1. 1, he has 2 ones. 1, a J, and an S. 2s, he has 1, 2. 3s, poor John doesn't have any 3s. 4s, 1, 4. 5s, no 5s. 6, 1, 1, 6. Oh wait, he does have a 5, I'm sorry. 1, 5. 7, no 7s. 8s, he has 2 8s. 2 8s, that's good. And 9s, he has 1 9. He's fairly balanced. He's missing 7s and 3s again. That's funny. That's the name I used the last time I did the video. 3 is the communication number. It might show that he may be perceived to be a little bit shallow, not communicative, not open. People might find him, maybe they might think he's snotty, although he might be actually shy. And the 7 means a lack of ability to, he's too introspective perhaps. He doesn't really know how to, he thinks too much about himself. He's not self-confident. The 2 numbers kind of, they go together, as to say a person who's very insecure of themselves, insecure in themselves, and people perceive him as being aloof, when he actually may not be. So he would have to work on his communication. His communications with other people and learning to express himself spiritually, psychologically, to just express himself. And like the 3 number, the 3 is the communications number. So since he's lacking them, he would need to learn to express himself better and to be more accepting of other people's viewpoints. He may be a little bit too closed-minded and may need to open himself up in all ways of communication, including communications with himself in his own mind. So that is the basics of it. So I'm gonna stop there, and if there's any questions, if you didn't get that, we could go on. You can do numerology for just about anything. And I did have a vision last night. It was a very quick vision. I was just sleeping, and all of a sudden I saw clearly in front of my eyes. I was sitting at a desk. I saw papers. They were bright white papers, something like that. Since I'm on a drawing board, I might as well draw them for you. And the word Candus, of course, Candace Wells, appeared written in the corner of the papers. It was an old-fashioned like school desk, and I was sitting at it. And I knew they were subpoenas for her arrest. And it was clear as a bell, clear as day, they were subpoenas for her arrest. And that was the end of it. It only lasted a very short time, and the whiteness of the papers I couldn't see what was written on them, but the whiteness of the papers just stood out. So I do believe that was very clear. Nobody needs to explain that, Fresca. That was a clear shot that Candus is about to be nabbed. Again, with visions, there's always a time element. They do come true. It's just a matter, I don't know. They don't come with a time stamp. It, you never really know when they're coming. So, the first, she's going before he is. And, I was watching Michelle After Dark this morning, and she was saying she had been chastised for writing about the incident about that we all heard about the CPS reports on the boys, on the Wells boys, and she had been criticized for writing about it or having a video about it. And she said her disclaimer, and like I say with my material, I have this is my information. This is a disclaimer, and which you have to say because it's your opinion, and you're just passing something along. We weren't the ones that leaked the information. Now, if this is true, which I personally, as my disclaimer, do believe it's true because it makes sense. It just made sense. It just, the whole thing. And Don went on somebody else's video, a drunken rant about CPS with, I don't subscribe to Voices Behind the Walls, but it was on somebody else's site that I saw it. I won't even go there. They're just nasty. And he went on a drunken rant about EquiSearch. It was awful, saying they were living high on the hog and living in fancy hotels and eating great food and room service and living in fancy homes, all off their money from EquiSearch. And they were getting money off of searching for his daughter, and they didn't even do a good job. I mean, it was so drunk and ridiculous. It was pathetic. So he's really like losing it there, and he was totally stoned out of his mind. And so, I mean, how could this not be coming to an end, And so it's just it's a sideshow, and so anyway, but that's the way it goes, and there's just a point of finding a little Summer, and so she can be at peace. Like I saw that she was at peace in the future, and they would find her in the fall. And it wouldn't be anything because of Don, because I don't believe he will ever give it up. I don't even think Candus knows where she is. He will never admit to it. He's that much of a POS and bastard. And I actually think he may believe his own lies. But anyway, so that was my latest thing on numerology. I hope it helped, and the link helps. Explain things a little better. So I wish you all well, and I'm going to go and just go chill. Maybe I'll watch the Addams Family Values. So that's one of my comfort movies. Anyway, so I shall see you soon. I have more stuff to tell you, and the house cleaning, I am waiting to do my house cleaning before I can do a house cleansing, because my husband has boxes all over the tables and everything, and I don't want you to see my house like that. But whatever you have to cleanse, a doorway, a broom, some sort of a broom is fine. Just some white candles, and I am working on a little spell. You can use your own, but I usually ad lib. But we can just cleanse the house. We need some sea salt, and so white candles, and something to smudge. I have a smudge stick I've had for ages. I got down Rehoboth, and you can use whatever, sage or dried sage or whatever, as long as it's in a safe container. And it's just the intent, and the meditation that you need. So take care, everybody. I love you, and I hope this helped. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Okay, bye-bye.